Hello and welcome to UK Property News. It's kind of a sort of special in some respects. We had a bit of a break for the summer, back in full show season, and of course back with many more episodes of UK Property News with lots of amazing guests. We've gone straight to the A-list of guests for this first one. Tracey Hanbury is with us, who is of course co-founder and all-round organiser and general of obviously everything to do with the Landlord Investment Shows, and have been for years now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was very fortunate. I started this business with my husband Steve, as many people know, but yeah, we've got a very good team, so I cannot take all the credit for sure.
Big show coming up, of course, Billingsgate, Old Billingsgate, which is the regular venue for the London shows. I think this is big for many reasons, of course, because we are getting into the territory where the Renters' Rights Bill becomes a full act of Parliament. We're in that territory. We'll be a couple of weeks away from the budget on the next show as well. So
and
there's
making
a lot,
tax digital.
Making tax digital.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the landlord industry has had a lot thrown at it over the last couple of years, to say the least.
Absolutely.
And at the moment, that continues.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you know, the shows, really, our mission with the shows is to give landlords, you know, somewhere to come where we've got a platform of amazing speakers, keep them up to date with everything that's going on. We've run these shows now for 12 years and the changes over the years it's been phenomenal. But I think really the biggest change that landlords are facing right now is, you know, in over 30 years, is the Renters' Rights Bill, soon to become the Act. And we've asked lots of our sort of landlords, you know, over 100,000 landlords that subscribe to us, come to our shows. We communicate through various different platforms, and you know, that's really, it's the detail now in that. There's been a lot of talk about it, so you know, we always ask a lot of questions. What do they need help with? So what we wanted to do with this show, you know, we've got the big morning panel debate, which you always host for us, Ian, and we've got some amazing speakers on there. We've got Kate Faulkner, we've got Alison Thompson, LRG. You know, we've got somebody talking about making tax digital. We've got the former housing minister, Eddie Hughes. There's a real amazing suite of people on that panel, which will talk about all of the aspects of what's going on, the budget, making tax digital, Renters' Rights Bill. So you'll talk about that in the morning, and that's always, you know, a packed house. And then what we decided to do was go, okay, there's been so much talk about this, people are very confused, what do landlords need to do? So we've actually teamed up with 3 leading industry experts. We've done 3 sessions and we've really broken it down. In session 1, we have Suzanne Smith, the independent landlord, and Suzanne really goes into, you know, the whole sort of, you know, the detail of what does this mean, and what are all, you know, what is it all about. In section 2, we've got David Smith, who's a leading sort of lawyer expert, who's really kind of going into the legal side of it, breaking that down again. What do you have to do? You know, this is what you have to do, and this is what you need to go forward with, guys. And then in the 3rd sort of training session, we have Susie Corolla, who is Susie runs the Guild of Lettings and Management, and its obligations and penalties. So there's huge amount of detail in this act, as we know, but we really feel that these 3 sessions will tell landlords exactly what they need to do and how to get prepared for it. So it's kind of, right, it's coming, this is it, guys. And we, you know, we're sort of making sure that people are going to walk away with as much knowledge as they possibly can, because, you know, there's a lot to take on board here.
Yeah, and it's like, I think the theme, Tracey, in all of the shows that have happened in the last couple of years, it started off, I suppose, when this whole bill was being discussed, and there was a sense maybe from some landlords it's not going to really happen. No, it'll change and it'll be kicked into the long grass. The theme in the last year or so has been, no, this is happening, so you have to get used to the fact that it's happening. You've got to work with it, and the biggest problem you will encounter is a lack of knowledge, is not knowing what you need to do, where those little areas are. And I know we've asked at previous shows at Old Billingsgate, that question, are you fully au fait with everything?
Yeah.
There's always a show of hands from some people saying, I still need to know a bit more.
Absolutely.
And one of the things at the Landlord Investment Shows is literally that. I mean, it's the amount of information on whatever aspect, whether it's about taxation, whether it's about the specifics of regulation, whether it's about new laws that are I mean, every leading expert in those fields will be at that show.
Absolutely, and I think it's breaking down the detail of what's soon going to be that act, so people can come away, kind of thinking, okay, I know what I need to do to be compliant, and hopefully run a profitable, business, because that's what it is at the end of the day. And we're also going to be, for those that do attend, we will be giving them, some slides and some facts, and we'll be sending them some bits and pieces to really kind of give them a little bit of a workbook to go, okay, this is what you need to do, guys. And that's not from us, that's from leading independent experts in their field. So I think that will be amazing. It's going to be extremely busy, as well as obviously those 3 sort of sessions that are happening throughout the day. We've also got Making Tax Digital, and again, landlords are having to prepare for that at the moment, so it's a masterclass in that, and we've partnered with Hammock, who are actually HMRC compliant with the software, and so they will be on hand with somebody from HMRC, from the Making Tax Digital team, and also an accountant that is obviously can run that system as well, and then the guys from Hammock who have developed the software will be on hand. So that's that's an hour's masterclass. So again, people are not quite sure, they'll be able to come away with that. What else is happening on that day? I mean, we have over 50 speakers in addition to those, and that's from Kate Faulkner, OBE, who's looking at sort of predictions for next year, forecasts, the economic breakdown, that will be covered in a seminar. We've got legals, we've got evictions, we've got finance. There is so much going on. LRG, who is our main sponsor, will be doing something really special for landlords as well, being able to help them, and they're feeling a little bit lost at the moment, how to transition, how that agency can help you. On that floor, there is 100 suppliers. So not only can you immerse yourself in all the education that's going on in the day, the idea is that you come away and you have got a full day of connections, networking, network with fellow landlords. There's social housing aspect will be covered on there. There is literally, it's one day. If you're a UK landlord, you cannot afford to miss this day.
Correct, and even if you're thinking about becoming a landlord as well, because another big theme over the last couple of years has been quite clearly the message from the industry is that the days of just renting out your property to your mate Bob down the road and just letting the money come in, if he's late with the rent, doesn't matter, he's your mate, who cares, and I'll fix the window at some other time. Those days are gone, right? You've got to. The whole industry has been professionalised in such a way it's unrecognisable to how it once was. And many landlords endorse and support the idea there's some good regulation. But the casual kind of side project is increasingly more challenging, isn't it? Which is why you need help on so many issues, whether it's about taxation or the rules and regs of a new law.
Yeah, and if you don't get it right, you will, there will be consequences, there will be penalties.
Yeah.
And also, we know that people that come to our shows are really good professional landlords. They're there, they come out for the day because they want to keep up to date, they want to know what they need to do, and they're looking for opportunities to either grow their portfolios, whatever stage and also for those right at the beginning of their journey. We do a masterclass for new investors, on how do you source that property, how do you find that property, who do you need to work with, how do you finance it. So as much, there's always doom and gloom around this industry, but there's also still huge amounts of positivity, and it's just, it's our kind of mission, really. We started these shows to provide that platform, to make sure that people hopefully, have the right information and help them on their journeys, and and network as well, which is always really, really powerful. So
Crucial detail then, Tracey. What is the date? What is the venue? What are the times?
So the 29th of October, and that's at Old Billingsgate in London. And the times, the doors open, and I'd really stress this is going to be an exceptionally busy show because of all of the content and the training that's going on here. So get down to Old Billingsgate, early doors, 8:30 they open. You can go and do some networking, grab a coffee, and then actually you are kicking off the first panel, the huge panel debate of the day at 9:45, and that goes on for an hour. The day will be fully action-packed.
So do you just turn up? Do you register? What's the deal?
So please register online, and you can do that via our website, which is landlordinvestmentshow.co.uk. You click into the 29th of October, the London show. That also is very detailed with all the other seminars. You register for your free ticket. This is a free event for UK landlords and those that are wanting to obviously get involved or in the sector, that are property professionals. You get your free ticket. You come along the day. The guys we've got extra scanners, actually. We've got an extra team on board to get people in the door quicker, because I don't know if you remember, for the July show, we literally had a queue going round the door.
It was amazing. I thought Take That had turned up at one point.
So did I. I knew it was you, Ian.
It was me all along. Who'd have thought it?
So get your tickets via the website, and we really look forward to seeing you on the day, and look forward to seeing you too, Ian.
And you too, Tracey.
Yeah.
Be there, Old Billingsgate. Coming up. Thank you to Tracey, and of course we will see you on the next episode of UK Property News.